You're listening to the Sway City Muay Thai podcast.
Welcome, Julie. So you want to go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell us what gym you're from.
Yeah, I'm Julie Jacobo. I train at Glacier Combat Arts down in Centralia. Yeah.
And you're a multi-title holder. Can you walk us through how many titles you have and for which organizations?
Yeah, I got 5 titles. My first one was for Redemption for Kickboxing, 125. And then I have defended that one once. So I got a defense title on that. And then I have another one out of Redemption for Muay Thai, 125. Then I have one out of Brian Johnson's Northwest Fight Challenge. That's for K1, 125. And then I just defended that one.
Okay.
So 5 total.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. And you started how many years ago now?
Training or competing?
How about both?
All right. My first fight was on Brian Johnson's gym, Northwest Fight Challenge in March of 2024. That was my first fight.
Okay.
First smoker was October 2023.
Was that at West Coast?
Yeah.
The classic.
Yeah. That one was supposed to be a work. Felt bad for my opponent because I was just going a little too hard.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, it was my first time in the ring, and I was just like, I couldn't control it. I was freaking.
That happens.
Yeah. But I've been training since August of 2023. So I actually started training jiu-jitsu is why I went to the gym.
Okay.
So with my job and everything, I was like, I need to train some jiu-jitsu. Went in the gym. There was like a week free trial.
Cool.
So I jumped on that, and then there was kickboxing too. So I was like, it's a week free. I'm gonna go to all the classes.
You can
right?
do it all.
Yeah. So I went there, and then the kickboxing coach was like, hey, you look like you could fight. You want to fight one day? And I was like, shoot. I mean, I was just here for training, but yeah. So I talked to my wife because it was supposed to be like 1-2 times a week,
Yeah, and then it
I
turns
was
into
like,
a lifestyle.
and then it was like 3 times, and then 4 times, and it was like all week.
As much as you can get.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the rest of it, you start eating differently.
Oh yeah.
And start like changing the way you operate in your schedule. Like I do laundry when I do this, and I come home and clean my gear and blah blah.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
For sure.
Walk that line.
Yeah. So I've been training about a little bit over 2 years now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a very short span to go ahead and get the titles and resume that you have. So congratulations. I know you're under a great gym, Glacier Combat.
Yeah.
So it's still Glacier Combat. Did he change
Arts.
it? Glacier Combat Arts. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think wasn't there a change of name recently, or
I don't.
Or did
so.
I just see different titles?
You may have. I don't know. It's always been the same.
Whatever,
Maybe there's a typo.
Whatever. Glacier Combat under
Yeah.
Ken and. Who else are the coaches there? Does Jared still go there?
Yeah, he coaches there on Fridays. Okay. I usually don't make it on Fridays. I cross train at a lot of gyms.
Yeah. Smart nowadays.
Yeah, for sure. And so Ken Dunbar's my main coach.
Right.
As well as Devin. He used to be the striking coach there before Jared.
Okay.
And so he's my main striking coach. The coach that kind of brought me in on the kickboxing.
There you go.
So I train with him, but he's been hurt for about a year now, so that's really motivated the cross training. So
definitely understandable.
Yeah. But those are the coaches. But like I said, I cross train and with Kruyai Belton a lot. He's an awesome dude.
He was in your corner, right? Yeah.
For sure.
Okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say you guys. I was there doing my show.
Yeah.
But I saw a lot of faces, so I couldn't remember.
Yeah, who's where?
It's
I know.
all like flashes in the head.
For real, yeah. That's how it is for me too. I'm like, man, I've seen that person somewhere. My wife is way better. She's like, no, that person was here.
Well,
that
you have something else to focus on.
Yeah.
You have fighting
for sure.
to focus on.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, a lot of cross training. I've cross trained with Master Wheaton out of Upper Left. I cross train a lot with Crew Sarab out of his home gym. So just a lot of cross training. And I don't know if you know the Hansons, Nicole and Quentin Hansen.
Yes, vaguely. I know they used to drop in because we're at Vital once in a while. But so I only do Muay Thai.
Oh, okay.
So I know they mainly do jiu-jitsu.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, for sure.
So I've seen them over there. Quentin has a couple titles as well, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, because I remember him when I was first getting into coaching, and I was like, you know, you just start to see people on the scene. You'll,
Right.
you know, start to put two and two together. But
Yeah. Those two helped me come up a lot. I mean, when I was first training, it was my coach Devin, Nicole, and Quentin. I mean,
What's
we were
Devin's
training.
last name?
Gouda.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from down Longview area.
Also, thank you for the energy drink and your
sure.
favorite
Yeah.
snack. Cool.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
My post weigh-in snack.
Yes.
Gummy bears, man. Those are, I'm a fiend for those, man.
My post weigh-in snack was pretty much anything. So
Yeah.
I used to cut way too much weight. But
Oh, yeah.
I don't. You know.
How much you cut?
Max, I think, was like 16 or 18
Yeah.
pounds, which sucked.
Yeah.
And I didn't have I took a bunch of shots to the chin. I was fine. I didn't have the cardio. Like, I was just zapped by
Yeah.
the time I get in there. But took a knee to the belly, and I was down, actually, against Belton's gym, a guy named Chris Hartman.
Okay.
Yeah, so a long time ago. It was like 2013, 2012, something a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I remember I was watching the video because Chris looks over. He's like, "What the fuck, man?" Like, just gave him all that damage, just kneed him in the stomach, and then he went down.
Yeah.
But you know, like, the body goes away.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
it was
for
like,
sure.
Where am I?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Am I still alive?
Yeah. But it was.
Yeah.
I was lucky. It was at the end of the bell, and they
Yeah.
came right out of it. Luckily.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Belton's been around for a while. Been,
Yeah.
putting in work. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't see him that often outside of events. So
Yeah, yeah. I actually met him. It was actually a really funny story. My one and only loss, Kristen. She's awesome. But back in May, we fought and I lost by decision. And then I have some training up at his gym. And I walk into the training. I didn't know who he really was at that time. I walk in, he's like, "Hey, did you just fight Saturday?" I was like, "Yeah, I just fought Saturday." He's like, "Yeah, I was cornering against you," and I was like, "Oh,
weird
shoot."
that you're here. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was a week training, and we ended up partnering up and doing a lot of ground survival stuff, and like kind of hit it off, you know.
Yeah.
And like, he's a cool dude and whatnot. And I was like, "Man, I want to train with you," and so we've been pretty cool ever since. So he's a cool dude. Yeah.
I actually hear a lot of that lately. The more I'm actually getting out there in the community outside of just coaching for my team. But I think the Pacific Northwest is kind of unique that almost everybody gets along, at least up to a point.
For sure, yeah.
You know, and you see a lot of people, like, that's why I think it's fun that we all cross-train. There's not a lot of hate. Like, I've talked about fighters coming from other areas. I actually just talked to Nira Rep, the Bosnian Bombshell, about this. About how, like, different areas, especially in the country, you see, like, the culture kind of at the gym, like everybody's a little tougher towards each other, or like I think we're really chill up here. Like, everyone's very inviting. Like, if you showed up at our gym, we'd be like, "Hey, what's up? All right, we're about to start class here in a few." It's all very welcoming. I haven't experienced many people up here that aren't that way.
Yeah, me neither. There hasn't been a gym that I've been to, because if I'm somewhere, I mean, if I wasn't training at home today, I'd be like popping into a gym somewhere up here, you know, today.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a gym that I've walked into up here that they've, you know, have shrugged me off or anything like that. They've always been very open and welcoming.
Yeah,
so
I love that.
It's pretty cool.
So
yeah,
anybody that goes outside of the Pacific Northwest and comes on, let me know what you think about that. Because I made the reference, like, I trained in Paris, and it didn't seem like they liked each other.
Oh, really?
They were just kind of there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's one day.
Yeah.
So it's not like I was there for a month and I'm like, dang, we've been here for a while. You guys don't like each other.
Yeah. How was the training there, though?
It was at Skarbowski Gym. It was high level Muay Thai. He was not there. He was in the United States with Maya Jean, Master Sauhin's good friend Paulo Tosha in LA. I guess it's like his goddaughter or something weird. Like, Muay Thai worldwide connections. It's just odd.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you're not here. You're where or 2 states over. But it was great training. I don't remember the name of the guy, but he was very high level. Been doing it for long enough to where you can kind of recognize. Yeah. And they had all levels in there, but they were all good. Yeah. So, like, even the ones that you could tell the technique wasn't super flawless, or maybe they're fighters or whatever. I was just going against this big buff black dude. And I was like, Jesus, dude. Like, I was like, what do you fight at? And he was like, 78 kilos or something like that. I can't
Yeah.
remember, or 81 or something. And I was like, I think I fought at 88 kilos or 92. And I was like, that'd be close by. I'm like, there'd be one of those guys. I'm like, this
Dang.
is fuck.
Not gonna say
Like,
no, but damn.
all right, yeah, exactly. But then I got really big legs, and he was like, you got giant legs and stuff. So it was like a fun, but that was like, everyone else just smiles. But again, I'm showing up as a foreigner,
right?
Showing up for one day. I bought their gear, Skarbowski gym stuff. So like, I'm sure it seemed like I was some sort of influencer.
Yeah.
Because I went to Amsterdam and I trained at a place called Royal Gym Amsterdam. Shout out to those guys. He fights all the time, and there's like I'm there, I'm walking around and go to this little boutique shop because I didn't bring my gear. I was like, I'm gonna buy fresh gear there. And Twins wasn't available here at the time, so I buy a bunch of Twins gear, and he's like, because I was gonna go to I can't remember, Mijira or whatever gym. There's a bunch of really famous gyms right up there.
Okay.
So Dutch kickboxing gyms.
Okay. Yeah.
And so he's like, you should go to my gym. So I do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is a good class. And then I do my little tour and I go back there for the last day. And there's Sifu or whatever, I can't remember exactly. Sensei, because I'm terrible at like, I know Muay Thai, I know Crew, and I know Ajan and stuff, but
I'm new at it too.
he's like, you're really good. And so it's like, wow. It's like, most of the people we get in here, like, they're taking pictures and stuff like that. And he's like, he's like, my students, they're speaking like Dutch or whatever back and forth. And I was like, just walking through it. And
cool.
So I'm like, catch. They're throwing like 3 crosses. He's like, guys, like, kind of like, great, and partner off with a foreigner. Blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, oh, okay, this guy actually kind of knows.
Yeah.
And then one of them's like, oh, you're a coach. Oh, okay. So
I'm gathering. Yeah.
But I was also fat and out of shape, and I'm like jumping around, like huffing and puffing.
How long ago was this?
It was over the holidays, so last Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's about a year ago. Okay.
Literally got there in Amsterdam Christmas Day.
Dang. So, were you there to train, or?
I was calling it a traincation, but yeah. So, because I was going to go to Thailand, but I don't like snakes. So I was like,
snakes and spiders I hate.
Yeah, this is like not the spot. But I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I went to up and down right there, and then I am planning to go to Thailand at some point. I'm just found out like I'm gonna hire a couple guys to kind of protect me against snakes, like snake bodyguard.
For sure. I would too.
You can, and like for like $5-10 a day, they'll be pumped.
For real?
It's so cheap over there, or so I've heard. Never been.
You can actually hire people to keep the snakes from you.
I mean, they're gonna look at you like a stupid American, but yeah.
I'd do it.
Yeah.
It's like, I tell my wife to do it. I'm like, keep the snakes from me. Yeah.
But I feel like they're pretty good at wrangling them up.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I've seen some videos. I'm like, not me.
I know like the ones that are kind of like out in the villages.
Yeah.
That's just more of a threat, but I think they're trying to like hang out by themselves. I'm trying to like do Muay Thai.
Yeah.
What's up? Let me hit that bag real quick.
Right, yeah.
See what I got.
For sure, yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
But one of my former students, he was like, oh yeah, there was one in the bathroom at the gym I went to. He was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Lose my mind.
Yeah.
I'm fucking hitting the red button, dropping the nukes.
Yeah, right, for sure. Yeah, no, I don't do snakes or spiders. I'll do snakes before spiders, but I don't like either one of them.
I actually don't mind spiders that much as long as they're after me. Or like a big one, or jumping at me. Like I'm like, all right, that's a little too much aggression.
Yeah, I don't know. On my wall, running away. I'm calling my kids, my wife. Sometimes go get it.
Well, I was a little kid and had the neighbors across the street. They used to go in the sticker bushes and catch a bunch of garter snakes and fill up buckets of them. And then I got back from somewhere. One of the older brothers. I'm best friends with the little kid that's my age or whatever, and the older brother's like, oh, you don't like snakes, and grabs a handful and throws them on me.
Oh God.
So yeah, I was already
that
didn't like
gives
them.
me chills.
Yeah, it was so it was really solidified not liking snakes.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just done after that.
I don't know what happened to me. I don't know why I don't like snakes.
You're not. I don't think you're supposed to.
Yeah.
I think like that's like a natural predator you're not supposed to like.
Yeah, when
like
you're born, like
cats,
don't like snakes, don't like spiders, right?
Yeah. Like I don't like big cats because I'm like, I know that motherfucker wants to kill me.
Right.
Or he will when he gets the chance.
Yeah. Even small cats are scary. I don't know. Yeah. They're vicious. They got their mind up. They just do what they want.
Basically, I always say, if they were bigger or we were smaller, it'd be a lot different situation.
For sure. It would be.
But yeah, so I got you a Sway City Muay Thai shirt.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
I
we're
appreciate
talking.
that.
Yeah, thank you for being willing to rep that. I really appreciate that.
I'm going to. I'm gonna wear it at training today.
So let's talk about your last title fight.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a really good performance. I know we talked about that briefly before you got on the show, but went all 5 rounds against Erin McCaney.
Yeah.
She used to train with us a while back. There's a bit of a backstory I'm not going to get into.
For sure.
But yeah, like I thought it was a really good performance, on her part after coming off such a long layover.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a great performance on your part, but it's kind of funny because it's about what I expected from you. I know you were like, you know, I'll let you get to your piece, but
For sure.
I was telling people at the gym the other day that were there to see it and watch the video that I watched you progressively get better, you know, and sometimes like through the fight you see one person kind of just get better, and one person like starts to not do as well because of that. And that's how I felt that fight went. And you mentioned the third, and I was like, by the third, it was just off to the races, like just a matter of time. And I didn't really get in depth talking with Jeff, the ref, about it, but I know he called it off at the end. And I've seen you fight a handful of times. And so I know those head kicks start to come. And once people start getting wobbled, I think he just kind of saved whatever extra damage might have come at the end of that. But yeah, I thought it was a great performance by you. So very dialed. Didn't look like you made, I always preach like footwork and stuff. Didn't really look like you made much mistakes. I didn't go and analyze it that way, but what do you have to say about that? You wanted to say something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm too hard on myself, but I just looking back at it, you know, I had opportunity in the third round. And I talked to my coach afterwards. But, you know, I had stunned her a little bit, and I heard my coach, head kick. And so I was throwing hands, and then I threw this head kick, and then you could just see, I think I threw about 4 of them. You could see each head kick got worse and worse and worse. You know, it was just like I was forcing it. I wasn't flowing anymore. I was just like trying to force it in there.
Were you getting gready?
Yeah,
that's what I always call it. Like, don't be greedy.
I got greedy. yeah.
But that's natural.
Yeah, and I was just so frustrated with myself. Just as soon as the bell rang, I was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Get locked back in. It's like time to go." But yeah, I heard that, and like, no, it definitely was not my corner's fault. It was definitely, I heard head kick, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna land this head kick, and I'm gonna knock her out with this head kick. And you could just see, if you go back and watch it, you'll just see each head kick's like, okay, the first one was good. Second one was all right, trash after that. It was just like off balance, and like it was forced. But so
I didn't notice it. So
go back and watch it, you'll notice.
Okay. Well, like I said, you're like, oh, I'm very critical, like. And I said you should be is because I feel like we should be our own worst critics.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And otherwise, like, how are you going to get to these high levels if you're not constantly like, where did I fuck up? Even at a great performance, dominant performance, another title defense, you have to stay on it. Like, how can I get better? Constantly polishing. You take a quick second to let everybody else do the rest, and you're back on it. Like, otherwise, you're gonna fall off. You know.
Absolutely.
You always say like you're sharpening one weapon, the other one's getting dull.
Yep,
so,
for sure. It's like a cycle, you know, like a spin wheel. You get good at one, then the other one messes up.
That's another analogy I made.
It's just like that. And like, so I was telling my coach, like, there's times where my hands were just way too low, and I keep dropping them, and that's something I'm like focusing on really hard right now, is just keeping my hands up and just dialing that in. So I was a little frustrated with that too, with my performance. Wow.
Well, again, you're being critical. I know, I mean, at any combat sports gym, we know the people that are working really hard, very critical, and they're like, what are you talking about? That was a great performance. And they look at everything, but maybe they're not criticizing your fight the way they would criticize theirs.
Right, yeah.
And there's people that look at their good performance and think it's good enough.
Right, yeah.
You know, like, oh, I'm ready for the next one. And maybe they are. Sooner or later, I would say, these little mistakes, they get you caught sooner or later by somebody that's a little more polished, a little bit better. And that person that's waking up 20 minutes before you to make sure they're loose enough and blah, blah, blah. There's all those levels to it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's no, like, secret formula. It's just doing all that extra work.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's, and like that's I got a good family support. My wife, she's great, and my kids, they're awesome. Like I said, I train a lot. I've gone a lot training. But like we're a very like fitness oriented family. My wife, she works out every day. She lifts weights. You've probably seen her putting the belt on, but man, that girl flex. You'd be like, damn.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, damn, every day, but
I love it.
But
Yeah, that's
she's
awesome.
she's pretty fit.
Okay.
And then my boys, they play sports, and so kind of our motto in our household is one, Jacobo's never quit, and then two, anytime it's hard on any of us, or we're struggling to just get in the gym or get outside or do whatever, we'll always say, if it was easy, and my boys would say everybody would do it. You know what I mean? And so that's just kind of the mentality we take of any sports. In combat sports, I learned that the mental toughness is like, that's one of the hardest hurdles.
Yeah.
It's just mentally preparing for a fight. And mentally preparing for like every day, to train for the fights. Like you had said in one of your podcasts before, I don't remember who it was with, but you don't lose the fight in the ring, you lose the fight in those training days. And that's really true. And when you said that, I was like,
thank you.
Yes, you're right. That's exactly how it is.
In the prep.
Yeah. And that's where you lose it. But.
Literally was just thinking about that because I actually got to hang out a little bit with Ken at the Smoker. A little shout out to Ken. One thing I do want to say, side note, is one of our fighters had to go, I was saying number 0, because our girl, she was number 1. And then all of a sudden they're like, we don't have a name, or we don't have anybody for this guy. He's 17. Can he go with this 14-year-old? I think it's from T-Town MMA. And I'm like taping his hand, and Ken was nice enough to give me his little foam pad and put it on there. And I have ADHD in those moments really bad.
Bro, me too.
So they came and got us right away, and I forgot to give him the little pad back. So thank you, Ken. I'm very sorry. That's something that's been on my mind since then. It's just those little things where I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Should have handed that right back to him. He made a little smirk when I seen him grab it. But thank you, Ken. It was good hanging out. But at the Smoker, we had our girl Deanna. It's her second or third Smoker, and she was a little nervous leading up to this one. And I'm like, forgive yourself if you don't feel like you're prepared enough. Like this was like Thursday or something right before Saturday. I'm like, you're gonna go in there, you're gonna do your best, right? Like, are you gonna go in there and not give yourself your best performance? And I forget the exact thing that I told her to repeat to herself, but I kind of assigned her like a mental, like I want 100 mental reps on this, and she's like, whoa, no. But then she came in. Oh, this was like a Tuesday. She came in, killed it on pads on the Wednesday. Did better, and then she went in there and did great job on Saturday.
Cool.
So even when you don't feel prepared, like realigning yourself mentally can be there. So I would say forgive yourself if you don't feel like you did everything. But go in there and know that's where you're at. You still have the chance to go do your best. Because I've been in fights where I didn't feel like I did my best or give everything, and I'm like, crap, I know I'm better than that. I had my team mad at me because they know I'm not. I didn't execute. Didn't try as hard as you could.
Oh, same.
All you gotta do is try.
Even on some wins, like there was one of my, I think it was a title fight. My title fight my title defense in Redemption. I had switched up my cardio, and I was being lazy about it. I'll be honest. Like I was being lazy. I was just running long distance where I usually do like HIIT workouts, pushing sleds, like hard stuff. And then I don't know why this camp I was just like, I'll just run 1.5 miles, because that's like the loop I run, 1.5 miles fast as I can. Okay. Got my mile down, like it was pretty legit, but like when I went into that fight, I could just feel after round 1 I was gassed, and I was like, oh no. My coach even says, "You tired?" I was like, no, but they know. And he's just like, well, you got 4 more rounds here. So
falls under that how bad do you want it category.
And then that I realized, I was like, I cut corners in my training camp, and it showed. And I almost lost. I don't know if I almost lost that fight. It was a good fight, but in my mind how do I explain it? I don't I fight to beat opponents, right?
Yeah.
But I also fight to beat what I was, right?
Okay.
And I definitely took a step back in that fight. I didn't beat the last fighter I was, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And it was mind blowing to me that how I still won, but I was so pissed at myself. I was like, how did you do that? How did you cut corners and just like relax? And then you almost lost it, you know? Because, you know, yeah.
But so you actually touched on a couple of things I really like. So I did the same shit. You know, I set a standard off for myself, or I had the standard set by my coaches. And I pushed myself as hard as I could. And I knew when I wasn't.
Yeah.
I knew when I wasn't doing my best. I knew it, and I still did it. And then I lost my fight, or a couple of them. But at the same time, it was because I went to, instead of training all the time, I went to training more for fight camps, and like when I kind of had to. And my schedule had changed at the time, and blah, blah, blah. But I knew I wasn't holding myself up to that same standard, especially in the off season.
Yeah.
And so what happens is you have an off season. There really shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And now when it comes time to do it again, now you have to get back on track.
Oh, yeah.
And that's way harder, and you're a lot less polished.
For sure.
But without knowing that in your second title defense, or whatever you said it was.
First
title defense for redemption.
Yeah.
Without knowing that, sometimes seeing that is what puts you back on track.
Yeah.
So,
it did.
Knowing the difference.
Yeah, I did. And man, I was frustrated. There's been a couple key points in like the fight that I did lost against Kirsten. That was a mental fight. That was all mental. And I mean, she's a great opponent, and I don't want to take anything away from her. She performed great. She did what she needed to do. But the mental game is part of fighting. Like, I mean, you have the fight, but you have the mental game. If you can't get the mental game in check, then, I mean, ultimately you lose. And whatever, if that's to opponent, that's whatever. That's, you either win or lose, you know. But in that fight is where I learned, like, the mental game is super important, and being true to yourself of what you need as a fighter. Because there's little things that I need as a fighter that, I mean, other fighters would be like, what the hell? That's weird. Like, I like getting in the ring before and just like feeling the canvas on my feet.
I tell every one of my fighters.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Familiarize yourself with your war zone.
Yeah.
So it's not weird when you step in there before you have to actually. Not like, oh shit, this is the first time I'm in here.
It's a
and
ring.
There's a ref, and there's their coaches, and here's my coaches.
For sure.
And that's my opponent, and this shit is real now. Like, get in there first. Familiarize yourself as best you can before the dance happens.
Yeah. And that's it was a Muay Thai fight, and I was caught up on, am I showing enough respect to the Muay Thai fighters? Because it was a very traditional Muay Thai fight. And I was like, am I showing respect to the promoter? Am I showing respect to, you know, all these traditional Muay Thai fighters and whatnot? And in the fight, I'm thinking this. I'm like, what? You're not even in the right headspace.
Right.
And it was just frustrating for myself. But like I said, again, no takeaway from Kirsten. She was a great opponent, and really pushed me too. But those mental things are really important. And I wouldn't have known that if I didn't take that fight. And now, but now I do. You know what I mean? So it helped build that mental toughness. That fight did.
Definitely.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
I always say, like, where the mind goes, the body will follow.
Oh, for sure.
So, you know, like when you train your mind, like I used to always say, like everyone would tell me how, just be consistent. Just show up. Just show up. Like even on your bad days, just show up. The rule of thirds, you know? Yeah. But I would train my mind to be like, there is no, do I go to training? Do I not? Like there's no question. It's like it's not even an option. Yeah. So like, it's just very weird when you train your mind to be like, oh, are you going to training today? And I'm like, what do you mean art? Yes, of course. Like it's every day. Like it doesn't, there's no days off. Even like your lighter days or your tough days and the days where you have 10% to give, like show them, give what you got.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, my bad.
I was gonna say, I always tell my students, like when you show up to class and that bell rings and you bow in until you bow out, like you're saying to me, I'm good to go. Oh, I'm gonna do my best. And if you're like, if you're dragging, if you're hurting, if something's wrong, you just gotta tell me. Yeah. And it's like, I'm just appreciative that you're here. Yeah. Because how many times, I don't want to be overly tough. and have them take the day off. I'm like, I'd rather have you be here,
Yeah.
get some quality out of it.
Yeah.
If you can't throw your right kick, you rolled your ankle or
Yeah.
something, and you're still here, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
If you didn't sleep last night and you're still here, like, you know, that takes a certain kind of grit, and you're gonna,
Yeah.
while sleep and nutrition are hugely important,
Yeah.
grit will get you through the fight.
Oh yeah.
And
For sure.
like when your nutrition or whatever, you're not feeling good, like having that toughness will get you through times where,
Oh, yeah.
and that can be developed, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I completely agree with that. I mean, just like you said, just give your best for that day. Your best doesn't always have to be, oh man, I feel great. You know, I'm sparring at this high level. Your best is just what your best is for that day.
Yeah.
Like you said, you're injured, you know, whatnot, then just do the best for that day. And that little thing that I do, anytime, like I talk to myself a lot, right? So anytime I'm like, I don't want to work out today, or I don't want to train, or I'm tired, that's like automatic. Since you had that thought, now you have to.
Yeah.
Now you have to. So whatever that thought was, I try to train my mind to just never think that way. But there's times where I'm like, man, I don't want to. I'm like, shit, now I have to. You know what I mean?
It's funny you say it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know who Jocko Willink is.
Yeah.
So he always says, like, anytime I do that, my mind, I'll be like, no vote.
Yeah, no
Like,
vote.
You get
There you
no
go.
vote.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh shit.
Dang it.
Like I was just told on myself.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
what it's like. It's like, damn, got yourself.
Yeah,
You know,
as long as you have like a good standard of priorities, and
Yeah.
you're not like, which is hard having that balance as a fighter,
Yeah.
and that's why like having your support system with your family is huge.
Oh, yeah,
especially in those
absolutely.
days you don't feel like, and it's like, toss in the towel, wipe your face off real quick, get up,
Yep.
and fucking let's go.
Oh, for sure. Oh, my wife's good at that.
Yeah.
When it's cut week and I'm like dragging, she's like, well, do you want to win or do you want to lose? I'm like, you're right.
Yeah,
You
how
either
bad
have
do
the
you
choice
want
to
it?
do it or not do it. What are you going to do? And so she really pushes me.
That's
There's
awesome.
been a lot of times where she's like, get out there, get out there, get out there. I mean, she'll be tough on me, but she'll push me, and I always appreciate it after. Especially like even this last fight that I just had. I went to that fight, I was like, okay, any damage I take, it's not gonna bug me. It's not gonna, phase me. And it actually worked. Like this is the first fight where the damage I took did not feel it in the fight at all. I just kept pressing, and so that was one of the goals I had for that fight. So that was a little win for me. But there has been other fights where I'm like, oh, fuck my shit. You know what I mean? Where you feel it just for a moment, a millisecond, but you feel it. This fight,
Yeah.
I didn't feel it. I took damage, but it's
Yeah.
not in the fight. It was like,
It takes like
cool.
that mental tick. I used
Yeah.
to always tell
It's like,
myself,
damn, that was
hurt
cool.
later.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
hurt later. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I would, as soon as the bell would ring, I'd be,
Hurt.
yeah. Like when Hoiby was on here, I did a clip and he was like, there's not one time out of a kickboxing fight I'm not hurting. Every
Oh, yeah.
single fight I've had, I've never fought with shin guards or anything. Well, outside of the smokers.
Mm-hmm.
But limping out of the cage or ring every time, like, oh
Yeah.
shit. So now, like when we have our guys, I stand in front of them, let them put their hands on my shoulders or whatever, and
Yeah.
I slowly walk down. Like
Yeah.
I've been there. Like one of our coaches, Ash, I give him a hard time. He won at one of Rob's event, won a title against Jordan Bautista, and
Oh,
he lives in Tacoma, and he's got those steep steps going down, like those big cement steps.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, I can't walk. So I was like, all right, I just gave him fucking piggyback down
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stairs. It was like,
For sure.
I'm just a coach, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
doesn't mean that we're in there, but it's just.
Yeah. That's awesome, though.
It's just funny though. Like
Yeah.
you never not hurt. Like so
Oh, yeah.
there's a lot of people like, dang, you're doing another fight. You're doing another fight. Like shout out to my buddy JoJo. He's doing another fight this weekend. But
Yeah.
when you don't take damage, you're able to keep going. If
I
you
know,
want.
man.
So
There's only-
kickboxers don't really have
Yeah,
that.
no, we don't. There's only a couple fights I didn't take any damage. I think it was like my first fight I didn't take any damage, and then a fight where I got a knockout in the first round. I didn't take any
Yeah.
damage. But every other fight, I mean, whether it's a shin, a check, or we hit knees
Exactly.
or whatever it is. But yeah, always taking damage. But again, that was like the first fight where I didn't feel it in the fight, so I was like, hell yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's dope.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I was
keep
pretty
that
proud.
up. So
I'm gonna try my best.
take notes, like
Yeah.
notes on
Oh, I
like
do.
this is what I said to myself. This is how I
Yeah.
kept it going.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I keep
Love
a notepad. I take notes on all of my fights and
dope.
what I learned. My goal for the fight. I always take notes before. What are my goals for this fight?
Good.
And then after, did I achieve those goals? And what did I learn? I learned from that fight. So I always do that. I don't think I've updated for this last fight yet. I'm still in it.
Yeah.
Let it stew there for a little
Exactly.
bit. But I kind of have an idea of what's going in there. But yeah.
Always, win or lose, I look at it like I need to analyze it like I'm mourning losing somebody.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I heard that for like winners win, but when the winners lose, they don't just accept a loss, they mourn it. You know, and I was like, what, like true, and I've always been that like way, but like what else can I draw from that?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I can apply that to a victory. I can apply that to daily training.
Yeah.
You're always your own worst critic unless, I mean, some people let themselves go and don't criticize themselves enough.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, for sure.
I always notice that. Like, I'm thinking of this particular student right now, but it's always the ones that are like, I'm going to be at the UFC in 5 fights. And it's like, no, you're not. I mean, like, maybe.
I'll support you wherever I can.
I will be there every step of the way, whether you do or don't.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
then after 1 or 2 good performances, you soon it's like, oh, now I can kind of take that time off. I can go relax, get caught up on the rest of life. And it's like,
I don't
rest
know.
of life? What if this is your life?
Yeah.
What if this is everything? And you need to go all in. And then you're like, well, let me kind of park. Let me take a pause. Let me, you know, go do this other shit. And I've done that too. And that's how I know. I'm like, that's
Be
not
careful.
the way to do it.
Don't dabble in that. Yeah. I hear you. I always tell myself, man, anytime I'm not training, well, even time I'm training, I'm like, whoever my opponent is they're training harder.
Yeah.
So when I'm training, okay, your opponent's training harder. When I feel tired, your opponent's not tired. You better start pushing.
Yep.
You know, and even now, with the fights that I have, I'm in a time where like, okay, what we want to take harder fights, right? I want to fight up. I want to take the hardest fights I can find. But I just had a conversation with my wife the other day. I was like, I'm older. I got into this sport late. You know what I mean?
Okay. You don't look it. How old are you?
33.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't look old at all.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I started when I was 26, so I get it. Yeah.
Man, yeah. I wish I started sooner. But like I was telling her, I was like, man, there's kids coming up here, you know, training at 16, 17. They're gonna, like, I don't have time to slow down. I don't have time to stop. It's acceleration all the way. Like, have your fights, get your injuries, keep, like you said, nutrition. Like, that's a big thing. Hydration. Keep that stuff in check and just keep pushing forward because the time's gonna run out eventually. You know? So my clock's only so long.
Especially if you kind of hit that pause, if you hit that little break, because like you said, there's other people out there that are not. And there's people that are 15, 16, 18 that are hungry.
Oh, I've seen them.
Yep.
And I'm like, damn, it's motivation for me, but I'm like, damn, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I think that not just like MMA, but like kickboxing, Muay Thai, and all that stuff coming up a little more and more in like the amateur scene, but like getting more recognition. You get more people that are interested in it, and then the ones that are really dedicated, they're gonna have a career.
Yeah, and I hope they do. You know, that's what I want the sport to grow. You know, I want to, you know, these kids that are coming up, like, I'll give you my best, you know, if you want to, they're going to surpass me at some point, you know what I mean?
I'm feeling that right now.
Yeah,
sucks,
that's just, it's just the way it is, you know what I mean? But like, and just, it goes back to everybody I've trained with. There's been people I've trained with above, below, same level. You'll always learn something from somebody if you allow yourself to. Even kids, there's this kid I train up with at upper left, at Master Wheaton's gym, and she's younger, but she's good. Yeah, I've trained with her a little bit, and I mean, I was like one day, you know. But it's just cool to see, you know, and just train with them, and you know, just one day she'll be able to beat me up, you know what I mean? And it's awesome to see. But but you got to keep that pedal down. For as long as it will run, that's what I'm doing. Until I can't, I'm just flooring it. You know.
I think that's the best approach. There are a lot of good kids. Like we've got, I always talk about her, Koliani, good kid, just moved up from Cali. WBC silver medalist in some
Nice.
fashion. I don't know the exact. It's one of the leagues that are kind of coming up, and I feel like I know I've heard it, but I can't remember. I'm losing track of who told me what now. But I know they're doing a lot of this stuff, and hopefully it leads up to how they get it Muay Thai in the Olympics.
Okay, that'd be cool.
But I love seeing the interest in the sport at such a young age now.
Yeah,
like ONE FC having like such high level fighters, especially Muay Thai and kickboxing, when like the UFC has so much attention, specifically in the United States.
Yeah.
It's good to see something else kind of getting a lot of attention, and even that though it's like so internationally based, we get a lot of people, even like a lot of kids, like they know what Muay Thai is. When I was coming up, I had to explain it every time.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the little benefit of me starting so late is that wasn't me back in the day because I didn't know anything about the sport. But now, even just a little bit that I've went around and trained, it seems like there's more notoriety in it. As I train, and just the 2 years I've been here, like when I first started, I was like, I didn't hear anything about it, but I guess maybe I'm in the world now. You know?
That's probably part of it too.
But so now it just seems like it's everywhere, and I just love it.
I would say it's over the last like 2 years or so, you're really seeing a lot of traction, especially with like keep saying like high level Muay Thai fights, like and with the characters you're seeing now, especially like Stamp Fairtex. Like people like that really putting it out there. To everything before that was just small organizations. So like Lion Fight was dope, but you got to know, you got to go find the channel and stuff like that. It's not advertised the way it is. I mean, ONE FC, they had the I don't know if they still do. I'm pretty sure they still do, but contract on Amazon Prime. Like so, anybody that you turn on Amazon, you're like, oh, there's fights.
There it is. Yeah.
Like check this out. I'm like, holy shit, these chicks are beating the fuck out of each other.
Yeah.
Like I have one of my favorites is where Stamp she elbows this other girl and just drops her. It's like, you hear the loud.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like that.
Scary kind of.
Oh yeah. I watched a lot of her fights, and I'm like, God dang. One day, can I be that good, please, Lord?
Well, the Pacific Northwest is, I don't want to say we're blowing up, but we got a really good pool of people.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you coming on here for one, just because I don't know why this has turned into I don't know why, but I like that my little podcast here has kind of become a thing to like let people get their story out.
Yeah.
So
that cool.
Now it's like anywhere we go, like people will be like, because I know Dex and Amanda from Wild Style Gym, they just won double gold in England.
Seen that. Yeah.
And it's like, we all can help support each other now. And being that we're all kind of cool with each other, it really goes well versus the one that are like trying to, another community maybe trying to gatekeep, like, oh, I'm not going to help them, I'm not going to promote them. Like I just, wearing my buddy Nick's Karma stuff. He did a thing today where he helped me promote something as to where normally he wouldn't. So shout out to him. But like, always helping each other grow, like looking for the win, looking for the positive, showing up when you kind of can, when you can support just a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I appreciate everybody that comes on here, because if it wasn't for people requesting to come on here so much, I would be like, oh, it's not working, it's not worth it. I'm just gonna kind of focus on something else. So I appreciate everybody that's reached out. But
for sure,
like your coach Ken will be on November 5th.
Okay. He mentioned that he's gonna come on. I just couldn't remember what day.
At first he was like, nah, I'm like the least interesting person. I'm like, dude, you're a coach at a fucking high level gym. Like everyone's gonna want to hear what you have to say. I'm excited for that one.
I think he is too.
It was good hanging out with him a little bit on Saturday too.
Yeah, he said something about it the other day. He's like, when are you going up? It's like, when was this? It was Tuesday we were training. He's like, when are you going up? It's like Thursday. He's like, all right, cool. I think he's excited about it.
Cool.
So it's good.
Yeah, that was.
It's cool that you're doing this, though. I think, like you said, everybody's story out there. It's kind of nice to like see. Like I watched Jeff's, and just like see the stuff they know. Like I said, you can learn something from anybody if you allow yourself to. And it's just like cool. It's just like, oh, okay, cool. I know a little bit more about this guy.
Yeah.
He's reffed all my fights. I mean, maybe besides one or two.
Right.
But he's been there. It's like I feel like I know him, but I don't.
The closest person aside from your opponent.
Right.
Every time. Yeah.
I'm like, Yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that because I find myself, and this is the other cool part, or one of the coolest parts, is I find myself learning something every single time, if not a whole bunch.
Right. Yeah.
But like little, because I like to develop these little sayings. Like I have like a whole mental aspect of something, kind of compress it down into like a little saying, and then when I say those things, I know the whole like mental file of what that breakdown is.
Yeah.
But just constantly learning something new, learning people's backgrounds.
Yeah.
One thing that I've noticed is very common is a lot of us struggle with a little bit of our upbringing, a little bit, or I think we're just very self-aware at some point because we have to really be critical. Like, all right, my jab sucks. I really got to get why am I getting hit so much?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to start asking yourself these questions, self-awareness. So eventually I think that starts to dial back to like where we came from, like why do I want to do this? Why do people look at me funny when I'm shadowboxing at the bus station? Blah, blah, blah. This is dialing way back to when I didn't have a car.
Yeah.
So, but I'm still training.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Like pulling all stops.
For sure.
But, and like, why did I pull all stops? Why is that important?
Yeah.
And more and more people just kind of being like, we all have something that we're looking to find in that.
Right.
I think. So,
yeah. And what is it, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's what you're.
It's different for everybody.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. You know, I don't even know. I stumbled upon fighting. It seems like Actually, I take that back. There was a time, George Dodd. You know George Dodd? Okay. Back like 10 years ago, he had a gym down in Chehalis where I'm from, and I went there for like 2 months, I think.
Okay.
That was like where I first ever got introduced to any type of. It was more jiu-jitsu based, I think, MMA based, not kickboxing, I think. Sorry if I'm wrong. But I went there for like 2 months, but it got cut short because I got a career change, and then I went off to training for a while, and I never went back.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, what is it that drives it? I think what drove me to it was competing. I'm an athlete at heart. You know, I played sports in high school, and I just loved competition. And not always with another team, but yourself. Like, how hard can you push yourself? How great can you be at anything, whether it's business, whether it's your podcast, whether it's fighting, whatever it is in the aspect, how good can you be at that? Like, how far can you push it? Yeah. And like, I think that's what drives me. And like, I always, you know, when you have a fight coming up, you're always like, damn, why do I do this? Oh, you know, you get those nerves, you get that roller coaster. Like, man, I'm getting nervous. Why do I do this? And then you're like, oh no, I got this. You know, growing up, I grew up in like the opposite side of law enforcement type of home style.
A lot of people do.
And so I think I've always kind of been a fighter at heart. You know, I had a lot of stuff go wrong as a child, and always trying to prove myself. I think I've always tried to prove myself, and even when others have been like, hey, you proved yourself, you've done it. Like, I'm still trying to prove it. Like, I haven't done it to myself. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't even know if I'll ever prove it to myself, to be honest with you. I don't think I ever will, but it's that thing that just drives me, you know?
Yeah.
Just, let's see how far, you know?
I feel like even if you don't prove it to yourself, you find a level of acceptance of like, you know, I have accomplished or anything like that. But I always say, like, when we all have the fighting at heart, like it's in our DNA, but like for some people, it's like fighting for attention, competing for attention, competing for, fighting for a good grade, maybe like maybe, you never know, like fighting for your next meal. You never know. Like I always think about the Nate Diaz thing where like they go show up, or Nick Diaz, whichever the younger fucking one is, shows up to his, you know, with his brother just so they can eat, you know, have dinner and then or whatever. But you never know why somebody does something. But we all have that fighting at heart, and or like in our DNA. So like, doesn't really matter what we fight for. There's always like there's something to fight for. There's some people fight for attention from the people they like at school. You know what I mean? And it doesn't work out. And they're like, man.
Dang it.
Yeah. Like I was actually talking the other day about, it was to my buddy, and he was like, man, I don't want to talk to this girl. And I'm like, I get it. Like that's gonna be scary.
Yeah.
And like I would find myself in that, like I don't really go out like that. But I was talking about The Simpsons. Like there's this one where like Lisa Simpson goes out with Ralph, and she's on camera. She's like, I don't like you. I never liked you. I only pay attention because nobody else does, and stuff like that. And I'm like, a lot of guys or a lot of people that ask each other out, they have a version of that scares them off.
Yeah.
And so he's just like, that's a good fucking point.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, it's, like, so I was trying to help him, like go talk to him. You'll be all right. He's like 22, 23 or something like that.
Yeah.
And somebody I'm coaching or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Just try.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, but everybody struggles with that. Some people struggle trying to get in the gym. Some people look for approval in that fashion. And so everybody's got their fight. Show up in the gym and like if somebody's like a little out of it, always ask them like, you all right? What's going on? Like you can tell usually from people's face. For sure. Especially as a coach, I'm like looking at everybody. Yeah. You don't normally look like this. What's wrong?
But that's a good thing on you as a coach, I've been in places where coaches aren't like that. It's just like, I don't care what you're going through, like figure it out, to actually like take the time, like what's going on, that's its own little thing in coaching. So props to you.
Thank you. Well, and knowing when to not push too hard for that,
right?
For like the what's going on, because it can be a very personal question.
Yeah.
If it's like, traffic was terrible on the way here, I'm like, yep, I fucking hate that. But if it's something like personal at home, like, and this is anybody that's listening, I'm always available. Like my buddy Johnson, Black Lightning, he was like, oh man, I had a rough couple of days. I was like, give me a call. Yeah. And then he's on the phone. It wasn't, and he was just bullshitting. He didn't go over anything, but just like, I'm always here. So coaches, community, anybody listening, like just talk to somebody. Like everybody needs a coach. Everybody needs a mentor. Yeah. I'm grateful for mine. If they weren't here, like if they stopped being here, I would lose who I am. Right. Like, or a part of it and have to go refine myself. Like it's, we all need somebody in our life like that. And just to kind of like have your support system, just kind of nudge us along, keep us going on those days where we could quit on ourselves.
Right. Yeah. And that's an awesome thing that you have as a coach. And like you got your mentors, I got my mentors, and it's awesome. Just one little conversation can change a day. Little, just man, I got to get this off my chest, and your day can change from there. It's pretty cool. I did some coaching for like basketball, youth basketball and football when my kids were young. And cool. I coached the youth, part of the youth program at our gym. And you can just see it, when, adults or kids just, man, they asked, and then they just switch, Yeah,
it shows that you care. Somebody cares.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. A lot of those problems we were talking about a second ago, they start when they're little, And, I like our little kids program because they're naughty sometimes. Like, like I don't know, I haven't seen a lot of kids programs that don't have those struggles, but unless they're small, but. It's hard to control 20, 30 little kids running around with 1, 2, 3, 4 teachers or even people helping out. But I was just talking about her, Koliani. She's like 15 or something like that. And she's been helping out with the kids class. And I'm like, do you want to be a leader? Is this something like you're interested in? Is this something that you want to go do? And she's like, yeah.
That's cool.
So I'm like, it sounds good now. Like on those moments where you don't want to be that leader, and I'm like, remember when you said this? Like that's going to be those moments where I need to be pointing you out how to. And so she's like lining up the class the other day, and the kids are being, and I'm like giving her the eye contact, and she'll go straighten them out, and then they kind of look back like who
told
her?
Man?
Yeah. Well, no, they're kids. They're smiling with 2 little girls or whatever, but having the permission to kind of like be that person and say that it's okay. It's okay for you to step outside of a little bit of a comfort zone and just say somebody's name. Yeah. And those 2 little girls, who knows how much they look up to her. Or, you never know when you're actually influencing somebody that's looking up to you. Yeah. So anybody that's not trying their best, Jagger,
Try harder.
So I give him a hard time because he's like the class clown, like jokes around like how I used to be in high school. And he's so athletic, like freakishly athletic.
Oh, yeah.
Flying knees above his head, like Michael Jordan vertical.
Yeah.
And he's super physically talented to where he doesn't have to try as hard. He kind of fucks around. And I'm like, what if that new person over there watched you do these flying jumps and wants to be like you? And then all of a sudden, they're watching you fuck around and maybe they think that's okay too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not going to work for them,
Right.
even if it does for you.
Yeah.
And so you never know who's watching.
Yeah, that's true.
Best.
Yeah, we never know who's
for
watching.
yourself and the community.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So we're about an hour in.
Damn.
So
going by fast.
Yeah, it goes by fast. I do want to say thanks again. This is really good. Today is my first day back on caffeine after about a week-ish or whatever. Round out of my pre-workout, and I was like, I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let myself kind of run through it. Yeah. So this has got me speaking a little fast.
Yeah, I'm always speaking fast. My mind's always... But
well,
yeah. Favorite energy drink right now, right here.
Yeah, this one's good. So tell me a little bit about Glacier.
What aspect?
So I know you guys offer obviously like kickboxing and jiu-jitsu, but don't you guys have a some sort of like self-defense program, something like that?
We have actually a lot. We have jiu-jitsu, and then kickboxing, and then we have a judo class, and we also have. Let me just pull up the actual schedule, because I don't want to get anything wrong here.
Because this is down in Centralia.
There's
not a lot of training spots in Centralia. So it's a good spot to go.
Yeah.
If anybody's down there is interested.
For sure, yeah. Stop by. We're all welcoming, man, for anything. And we do a week free for anybody who wants to come and check out. And all the classes are free. You could literally be there all day, every day for a week for free. And
which is a huge incentive for people looking around.
Yeah. And the cool thing with our gym is you pay a membership. You pay for all the classes. It's not like just striking or just grappling. It's you pay a membership a month. You come and go as much as you want.
Open gym type stuff. I love that.
Yeah. But Ken, he's a big combat sambo guy. So we have sambo, judo, and then HEMA. That's the other one we have.
What is HEMA? I'm not familiar with that.
Swords. I don't know. So, sorry if I'm messing it up.
Kind of like Kali? Like,
I don't know what that is.
That's the Filipinos.
I know that they come in, they have swords, and they do stuff with that. It's pretty cool. Awesome. I actually sat in on a couple classes. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If I had more time, I'd probably drop in and pick that up.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That shit scares the fuck out of me. People that know how to handle knives. I'm like, I'm good, bro. I don't want no problems with anybody, and I know how to fight.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. Have you seen some Crew Guy Belton's videos?
That's the shit that I'm like. Well, so long time ago, Marcelo used to come down to our gym Tuesdays and Thursdays. They had a team that they would go to the base over here, JBLM, right at the corner over here, and they would teach certain self-defense things. And I remember one of the guys that would go there, they had one of those knives that if you touch the ink comes out.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And so they're doing it one night during jiu-jitsu class, and I'm just watching them. They're they are covered in cuts. I'm like, that you might have choked them to sleep, but you're gonna die.
Yeah.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't. You'll be so lucky. You got 18 fucking spots on you, dude.
Shoot me, don't cut me.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want no problems. And just seeing that, I'm like, doing the Napoleon Dynamite, don't want a roundhouse kick to the face in these bad boys.
Yeah.
So,
and Ken does a little bit of knife stuff at Glacier during his birthday week. He calls it John Wick week.
I love it. That's awesome.
And so they'll even put clothes on and whatnot and just go at it. It's pretty cool. We'll do fake knives in there and just throw it in grappling. Man, it changes grappling.
I'm gonna have to come down and check that out one of these days.
You should.
One of our guys is
you guys
I'm not gonna say his career, but he works for the government. But he's talking about doing something like that. Or
check it out.
Groundwork while you are carrying a pistol. So that's what he's talking about doing. And it's this completely changes where your focus is at, what you're doing and stuff. So I'm sure you can relate. It's He's talking about doing that. I'm like, I don't even really roll, but I'm going to be there for that. Like,
yeah.
Because I do carry, you know, like Western Washington, I know a lot of that whole, like, we're cool with each other because everybody's got weapons.
Yeah, yeah, even if I don't think, I'm going to assume you have a weapon on you.
Yes, exactly. It's not that assumption that nobody does.
Yeah, exactly.
Just the potential.
Right.
But there's always a potential for threat. I always talk about combat sports is... you always are capable, whether or not you should or shouldn't, falls down to anything. Like, people carry weapons and they're just as capable of taking your life as you are as defending yourself physically. So understand that the capability changes. And we need to be aware of that, because what we do is very sport specific, very I don't want to say fictitious, but in a real life scenario, it's not as realistic. And it matters inside those doors, inside those walls. Once you go outside of there, like, nobody knows.
It's a free for all.
Nobody knows you know how to fight. Very few people, unless you're wearing the big ears. Or like and that's why I say, like, the big weightlifters that look intimidating, that when you know how to fight, you're like, the guy probably is really slow. But it looks scary. And so even a big guy, I'm looking at him like, I don't want no problems. I don't want this big dude fucking trying to choke me or slam me to the ground.
Right. Haymakers.
Just
for sure.
Just go home.
And even like if you carry a weapon, knife or a firearm, you should take some of those classes, just because it's if you're carrying, right, for protection, right, and you have to use it and you lose it, you're gonna want to know how to,
you're not protecting yourself anymore.
You're gonna want to know how to get around in those situations. So somebody can take your weapon just as easy.
I'm always thinking about the 21-foot rule.
Oh yeah.
And it's like still
like, scary.
I can't even gauge it. I'm like, no, I'm just. You guys have a nice day. I'm gonna go home.
For sure.
Or hopefully.
For sure.
So if anybody's wondering, my dog is barking his ass off in the background. He's inside, locked away, wants to come say hi.
What's your dog's name?
My dog's name is Silo. I just call him my little buddy. So he's like a scrappy dude.
Okay.
Looks like he's like a English bulldog mixed with a mini pincher. It's like a weird combo.
Yeah.
But he's a little short, stocky dude, and he looks like Scrappy Dude, and he acts like it.
Well, that's good.
And a little 30-pounder.
Scare off people.
Well, he
raccoons.
He bit my landlord once, so it was pretty cool.
Shoot.
But she's like, "Hi." So
I got a dog like that.
I always tell everybody, just ignore him. And then he wants your attention. He's like that guy. But he's old now, so he's a little gray face. Old man, but he's in there barking his ass off.
Dogs will be dogs.
Yep. Yeah. So, any plans for the future of maybe not being amateur so long?
Any
thoughts?
I'd be lying if I said no.
Right. Okay.
There's been things thrown around. I think right now I can confidently say that I'm gonna not trying to go pro within the next calendar year, just because I'd rather take some amateur fights. I want to fight the hardest amateur fighters there are before I go pro. Right, amateur it doesn't matter, and just in my fight performance, my most recent one, I did have a lot of successes, but I had a lot of things. Where you could see in a moment's time that I am a new fighter. Okay. So take the whole fight, chop it up to 10-second clips.
Oh yeah.
You're like, you see only that 10-second, you're like, she's not ready for pro.
Yeah. Where did you
say?
Step?
You take another 10 seconds, like, oh yeah, ready for pro. But until I can clean up, those moments in time, and against some hard fighters. I want to have a run for my money. I want to, this is a dog fight. That's what I need. So I do plan to try to fight out of state amateur.
Love it. Yes.
And just get the feel for that. And as an amateur, I want to fight out of state. So it's not like you go pro and you fight out of state. Oh shit, I'm out of state now.
Right.
You know what? Let's get our hands muddy in that. So I think that's the goal for right now. Is
I like
stay amateur, fight hard fights out of state, and then go from there. We'll see.
Love it. There are a lot more amateur shows actually doing out-of-state stuff, and even certain ones in Canada.
Yeah, yeah.
So, that was always one of the big threats in the area when I was fighting. It's like, oh, what? They're from Canada. They come down like full team, like tracksuits and everything.
Yeah,
so, I remember one of my bigger fights, they were like, when I fought Belton's guy, they're like, well, if you win this one, we're going to look at that guy as an opponent. And they're like, well, we'll see. And then afterwards, they're like, oh no, he just beat that guy and he went on to glory. And I'm like,
damn. Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, I appreciate being in the conversation, but like, I just lost my fight decidedly.
Yeah.
So I was like,
don't throw me in that one.
Yeah. But it's still fun being in the conversation. Yeah. But, and that's kind of alluding to where you're at, is like, those conversations are going to come because of the titles. So, because of the competition in the area. So I really like that you're trying to go outside of the area. Yeah. And I feel like that's a big thing. Specifically because if you were to go pro in the area, there's not very many cards. You really be dialing back your frequency of fighting, which dials back the ability to analyze at a high level, polish from there, limiting opportunities. Even if there are some, it's a lot more limited,
right?
Especially in kickboxing, Muay Thai.
Sure.
MMA is a different story a bit, but what I'm seeing is a lot more hungry amateur women coming up, like first level, like first couple levels, and they're hungry.
Oh yeah.
And even some of the kickboxers, but not as many, and not as what I've been doing this almost 15 years, 14 something, 14 and a half, whatever. And from what I've seen, the ones that in kickboxing that I see is they could go one of two ways. You know, the all in all of a sudden, or I'm already kind of doubting them the first year or two. Not that that's good or bad, and there's no names I'm gonna say, but you could definitely tell where like there's a longevity. And there's maybe a time frame for that individual. And it's probably not good for me to mentally think that way, but as a coach, you know what I mean? I'm always looking at the scene, who's doing what. Like, I'm always getting people messaging me now, like, what do you think about this person over here against one of your people over there, blah, blah, blah. I was just talking about that. And like, I'll definitely look towards that for competition in the future. Because I think it's good that we know the scene.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But when you fight out of state, I'll be excited.
Oh yeah. Me too. I'm really excited to see what the future holds and whatnot. Like I said, I want tough fights. I just want to be pushed. You know what I mean? Pushed to the point where I'm like, hell yeah, I got this. Not to like, maybe. You want
to get in there and test yourself.
Yeah.
Like the hard test. You want the hard test.
Yeah.
Well, is there any names on that list that you're looking towards? You don't have to say.
No, not right now. It's something we're still. So I got a few people that are helping me out, trying to manage the fighting. But I know that we're looking into like Texas, California. I got another coach looking to Idaho, Canada. Nice. I was offered a fight what's today? Friday? Is today Friday? Today's Thursday. I was offered a fight on Saturday from a girl from Canada, but I work Saturday. And I couldn't get the day off, but man, I wanted to so bad.
That's cool that you're ready.
But,
like,
man,
just like,
I went back to training right away.
Yes, I love that. Yeah, Stay ready, so you have to get ready.
That's what I say all the time. That's what I say. Man.
That's old school style. Like you see the people that let off and then they're not ready.
Oh yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah. Oh, I've been there too.
Yeah.
One fight.
I remember I got back from a vacation in California, and Sarab had an event on like December 28th or something. Like, are you sure?
Yeah.
You sure you're fighting 3 days after Christmas?
Yeah.
But I didn't even know I was submitted.
Damn.
To the point. But again, like, crew Brian Jones was always like, submit, like, have at it. Submit me, whatever. And I didn't have an opportunity to train once while I was down there. And I gained weight so easy. Because, I'm in the gym 2-3 times a day, or like at least working out once a day plus pad work or teaching. So there's always something. But just fell off, and I'm like, I can't. There's no way I'm fine. Like, I didn't even know you had me matched.
Yeah.
So he was pissed, but I was like, what do you want me to do? So,
Damn.
But stay ready, so you have to get ready.
That's what I say. I think I took that I went back to work Sunday after the fight. So
the next day.
Yeah. Well, and I work night shift, so I work from 8 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Well, still, like you got to go home that night and rest up until your shift.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. I got one bath in.
Yeah.
So I went back to work that Sunday, and then I was back to training Tuesday.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
That's such a hard thing to take. Like, so Crew Jones and everybody, they're like, take a week off. Go drink beer, eat pizza, and I'd be back in on, like, if I wasn't in on Monday, I'd be in on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I'd be getting that same talk.
Yeah.
Like, no.
I'd go crazy. I'd be like, ugh.
Like, this is who I am now.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean don't be here?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just, so I remember after one of my wins, I went and got my tattoo here. Mm-hmm. And, you're not supposed to go train or whatever, but I still went there, and I'm like just kind of present.
Up?
And they're like, well, just no elbows, no, well, don't put your gloves on. So I'm like free arming this one, but I'm still like jabbing it. All right, jabs and low kicks it is.
That's right.
But, you just love it so much, and then you stay hungry.
Yeah.
Like watch out for the times where you don't want to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Like, force yourself. I always say if you're going to quit on a good day.
Yeah.
Like, go Barry Sanders. I don't know if you know who Barry Sanders is.
Yeah.
Football player.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're going to quit at the peak of your career. Huh?
Yeah.
And it's like, but,
yeah.
Go out on top if you're serious about quitting. Like, I look at Demetrius Johnson. He could just keep going, but he's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And he hit that point where he felt accomplished enough to where he didn't have enough to prove.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I'm at. Like, I've accepted, and I don't feel like I have anything left to prove.
Yeah.
Especially, like, these heavy sparring rounds anymore. I'm like, I'm 40. I'm not trying to get punched in the head like a bunch more times. Like, I'm never going to fight again.
Yeah.
I've accepted that.
Yeah.
Like, so, but the more time I take off sparring, the less polished, the less reaction times I have and stuff. So it's walking that fine line of, do I go all in? Do I keep going? Do I, you know what I mean? Like, there's something that's going to change.
Right.
But I found it's very important for me to still be able to perform with my students, at least to a level, to be able to show technique.
Right.
All of those kind of things. But there's going to come a time where I can't.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's got a clock, and sometimes a clock ends before you think, you never know what tomorrow holds.
Yep.
That's why I say that's why I'm trying to fight these hard fights, because I never know when it's going to be my last day. Like, anything can happen any day, and you're like, nope, you can't fight anymore.
Everybody hangs up the gloves, and sometimes you don't know when it's about to happen or when that's your last shot.
Yeah.
I didn't know my last fight was my last fight. Like, I had a bunch of fights drop after that.
Damn.
And then blew out my lower back, and I was like, long recovery.
Damn.
Like, I'm 40. I feel like I could jump in there, but I can't do a fight camp again.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't look 40, so.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I hear that.
Yeah,
but I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's because I don't have
Feels
kids.
40 though.
Yeah. Oh, when I'm getting up in the morning, especially after a training session, I'm like, Yeah. Like, I'm gonna go train with my buddy over at Synergy, my buddy Nick from Karma, tonight. Cross train a little bit.
Yeah.
And I know tomorrow morning I'm gonna be wrecked. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, though, tomorrow, I just want to do a quick shout out to Eddie Blackburn at WFC Fights. I'm going to be announcing the weigh-ins tomorrow night at the Emerald Queen Casino. I want to make sure I give him his shout out because that's a big thing for me. So thank you, Eddie, for the opportunity. And I'll be there at the WFC Fights at the Emerald Queen. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Go cause some trouble.
Heck yeah.
Throw some water.
You have to get an interview with him if you have time. I've seen that he posted that it's going to be his last matchmaking.
Yeah, I texted him right after. I'm like, hey, you good? And he's like, I'm good, bro. So I was like, all right, I'll check in with you. You know, I don't like to pry.
But
I'm sure he's got whatever reason. I hope it's a positive change.
For sure,
I've known Eddie for a long time, since I got started, really. So I used to spar in his garage.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. Cool. So big shout out. Thanks, Eddie. Hopefully moving on to bigger, better things. I know he lives in California. So maybe,
does he?
Yeah,
okay.
So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Hopefully it's for a good reason. And either way, like, that card is stacked. He put together a great promotion. So
he does.
Way to go out on top, Eddie. So if you're going out like Barry Sanders, out on top. Just lost my Karma Combat hat or Karma Supply. Karma Combat's dead. I get in trouble for
Oh,
saying
really? They
that.
switched? Or is it just
There was just like a weird thing. I'm not gonna. I don't want to get into
yeah,
their
don't get
stuff.
into it.
But
Yeah.
it's Karma Supply.
Karma
But
Supply you guys, they have some nice gear. I actually
do.
thought you were from Karma for a little while.
No.
Like, 'cause I'm so new. I'm
Yeah.
is he a Karma guy? I don't know.
No, he's so Karma's like an apparel company that he basically started.
Oh, okay.
So he runs, like, this is part of his apparel line. So with the hat, he actually did one of my designs into a dry fit thing, because that's the old school movie The Warriors.
Okay.
Where they're like, Warriors come out and play. So anyway, that's the T-shirt he designed for the other one, because that was my initial design.
Oh, okay.
So we just kind of collabed together to make a dry fit shirt. So those will be coming out soon.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to get my hands on one of them too.
Thank you.
No, I see all the Karma. I didn't really, like I said, I'm new to the sport, so it's not that I didn't care about other gyms, but I just didn't know about Karma until I got matched up with
G.
from
Julian,
Karma.
yep.
And then obviously I'm stalking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, their gear is so cool. Like, they have so much cool
So I
gear.
think that's how he's trying to run it, because they're like team synergy. At first, when they left Bang Muay Thai, that was their like fight moniker, and then he kind of shifted that into an apparel line. And now he does a fight show. So I was actually the ring announcer. So thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
But
I did see that. Yeah.
that was a lot of fun. I was a little bit nervous getting in there at first, but Jeff Hoiby fucking offered so much advice. So that was so cool.
Yeah.
But man, it's just weird being on all these events now.
That's cool though. That's awesome. Like,
I grew up as a fat kid, nobody like gave a fuck. So like me being on camera and all this stuff's like weird, insecure.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you're doing a good job though.
thank you. It's just weird.
Yeah,
it's just weird to me, but I love it, and hopefully I can stay. I can see where, like, I'm not like super successful at this, not like I have a huge following or anything, but like the support's there.
Yeah.
I could see where, like, let's say it was somebody in Hollywood, they get a big head, and so I'm like, it's cool. I'm actually gonna be doing maybe at the Street Beefs event on Saturday the 25th as well. So that's something I've been critical of in the past.
Yeah.
Because of it not being as trying to remain PC.
Yeah,
you know what
I know what you're talking. You didn't understand it, but I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So I'll be there, just kind of checking it out or whatever. So there's another invite by Eddie, but it's just weird being at all these places. I've been very critical, so I was like, if I hop out the car, and they're like, yo, hop in the ring, bro. I'm like, no.
Hopping back in the car.
Like, you guys can come check out my gym, or I can send all my fighter homies. I can drop the location and see who wants to come.
There you go.
But no, I actually I was watching some of their stuff after, like Eddie was on their podcast. I was watching some of their stuff, and I didn't know it was like this gloves or guns down, gloves up kind of thing. So like that was what kind of started it, and I don't know if they're still with that, but that's something positive. Like that's a positive takeaway. When honestly, I thought it was just people like, I could do that UFC stuff, but I can't really do it, so I'm gonna just
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, and I don't know how I feel about it, honestly.
Yeah.
So I'm on the fence, but hopefully Saturday will kind of clarify it. It is what it is. It's not going to, I don't think it's going to go away.
Yeah. No, I don't think so either.
So it exists.
Yeah.
So whether I feel a certain way about it or any of us do, it's there. I do feel like it is perhaps an avenue to develop your character before you develop your skill set.
Yeah.
But it's another avenue to get people in the sport as well.
Yeah.
So.
And see, like, I mean, it's a good avenue for people to like, don't I dabble in it? And then if they like it, then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be for real about this.
One of the weird things as a coach is be teaching or whatever, and they'll come up like, you ever heard of this Street Beast thing? And like,
yes.
Or like, I'm out in public or whatever, and people were like, oh, how's the coaching thing going? You ever watch Street Beefs? I'm like,
what's that?
I used to really be critical, like call them like not bad names, but like mess up their nicknames and stuff on purpose just to troll a little bit. But I'm like, at some level, I'm being a hater.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? Everybody's got to find their niche, their avenue in the sport. And so they're bigger than me. Yeah. And they ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
And
they're going to do their thing.
I watched a couple of their podcasts already. So, you know, they've,
Yeah.
I don't know who commented on it, but on Jeff's podcast, they commented. So thanks, guys. I'll be there.
Yeah. You know what's funny? We have a guy at our gym that's from Street Beefs.
Okay, we did briefly too.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Redneck. Well, his name's Redneck, but
I know they all have the names.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
DC. Yeah.
I know there's the. This is the one I've intentionally messed up so many times that I can't remember. It's the death. The guy from Demetrius Johnson that was training. Okay, death something.
You have headband.
Yes, exactly. The Naruto headband. So,
oh yeah, I've watched some of his fights too.
But it was because it was kind of like to mess with my students that love that shit. I'm like, I'll call them the wrong name, and they'd be like, "What? Oh my gosh!" I'm like, I would match you against him right now.
Yeah.
But Crazy Legs was training with us, so he's one of their guys. He was like their fighter of the year. Just briefly, so I was telling this story the other day. I'd never heard of Street Beefs. Mm-hmm. And so I'm coaching my fighters, I think it was like Darko and G at the time when they were with us. So I'm walking in the gym with my pads and all my gear. I'm ready to hop in and hold pads while Master Silence class is going on. And there's some guy fucking hitting pads in a Grinch onesie. And I'm like,
I love it. I love the Grinch.
I'm like, I do too, but I'm like, actually it's like my favorite holiday thing, but I'm not in the Muay Thai. I'm like, what is going on? Like everybody else is like, we're training hard, like we're focused. And so I'm just kind of like, I don't got time for this, man. I fucking go, coach. And then like, he's there a couple more times. He keeps doing it. And I'm like, what's up, man? Like, what's up with the onesie? He's like, I'm just trying to be myself. You know, I'm like, are you trying to be an image inside of the gym here? It's like, cause you can be yourself. I'm not trying to tell you not to, but like when you're distracting other members of our gym and I'm getting a bunch of messages that I now have to address inside of the gym. Like, go off, do your thing. And that was my introduction to Street Beef. So it's very critical. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in my gym?
Right, yeah.
So and no disrespect to him. I know he's trying to do his thing. He was one of their guys. And he's actually has a good amount of amateur fights. Okay. So, or a few, you know. So, but again, that was when I'm like, what are you doing? So, I get it. Like you're a character. It's almost like the opposite of what like it used to be, especially in like you don't promote yourself. Like your fighting will speak for itself.
Right. Yeah.
And that's how I came up. So I feel like that's why I'm kind of critical of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, in a sense, it could be, I mean, you want to be respectful of what they're doing, but then they should also be respectful of what you're doing, right?
And I think
especially,
they are.
you know, of like the traditional Muay Thai, the way you came up and whatnot. So I could see where you got that first, like, what, you know?
Well, and after watching those, like 2 podcasts, I was like, okay, they're not disrespecting any traditional martial arts. They're just existing in their own right. And
no, my boys, man, we watch that all the time. We're always watching.
One of my students was like, I love that. I'm like, what, you know, I'm like, okay. And so I was just like, what if they call me out? What if they want me to get in there? And they're like, don't do it.
Yeah,
like,
don't get in there.
No, I'm not going to. But like, I just thought it was a funny conversation to have. Like, I used to watch In Living Color, this show back in the day. And so he used to talk, Keenan Ivory Wayans used to talk shit about Mike Tyson. They do a bunch of skits. He's like, hey, man, little fight Buster Douglas. He's like, yeah, it's me. All right. Yeah. Why don't you fight me again? And so, like, he comes on. He's like, hey, Mike Tyson invited me over. Y'all think it's a setup? So making that joke.
Yeah.
But then they're all young, so they don't know what the fuck I was talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully it goes well.
Yeah, I think it will. It'll be awesome.
So who do you want to give a shout out to before you wrap up?
I mean, just anybody. I mean, I already kind of mentioned like the coaching people I have, the people that, you know, been there from the beginning. Devin and Quentin and Nicole, they're Ken, obviously, core people. But I mean, my family, man, that's the biggest shout out. My wife and kids, they're just the amount of support that I have from them is just unbelievable, especially my wife. I mean, my career as a police officer, I'm already gone. It's just so much. And then to throw fighting on top of that, like she's one of a kind. And she puts up with a lot of my training and work, and I couldn't do it without her. And the support from my kids, understanding that, like when they're in sports and they have to go to practice, and, you know, I've had conversations with them about like, hey, you guys upset with me if I go train or whatnot? They're like, no, we get it. We understand. You got to train. You got to, you know, want to do these things. So if I didn't have that and it was opposite, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing.
Right.
So I mean,
Yeah.
they're they're everything.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Like that's a real team. Like
It is.
You know,
Yeah.
especially getting support from all levels for you to do
Yeah.
your best, and obviously you're gonna reciprocate that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you didn't have that support, like you said, you might not be sitting here.
I
might
wouldn't
not be
be sitting
having those
here.
having those
Yeah.
titles walking away with, because
Yeah.
I always say like when it comes to coaching, you're passing on knowledge that's beyond yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
being selfless and being a parent, that it's boom.
Yeah.
That it happens.
Yep.
You see people that are still very selfish as parents, and you know, there's those examples, but if you're a parent, you're already operating above yourself for other people. So
sure.
being able to have them also go back and support you in your dreams. Like my mom always worked 2 jobs just to support the house, just so we had food to eat and a place to live.
Right.
So I watched her work hard as fuck. So now I'm like, I'm just gonna work hard as fuck too.
Yeah.
So,
For sure.
at everything I do.
Yeah.
But I'm sure providing that example.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, like I said, we're very open family, like discussions and whatnot, and I don't ever want them to think that I am being selfish. And if it ever came to that, then you know I would choose my family over above anything. But no, they're on board. I'm sure you've seen them at fights. They're wild. My boys, man.
Well, I see them posting on social media and stuff like that.
God, they're just such cool kids. I love them so much. Oh,
Doesn't
man.
it feel nice to be able to provide that kind of example too? When in my opinion, my parents were always just blue collar, work hard as fuck, and like that's where I get my work ethic from.
Yeah.
But like I'm looking outside of things as like the cool stuff to do.
Yeah.
You know, like football, baseball, and now fighting. But yeah, being able to go do that, because there was times where like, you know, I have to get myself to and from practice, and that's fine.
Yeah.
My mom's working. If I want this, how bad do I want this?
Right.
And
exactly.
Everybody's gonna have that.
Yeah.
So you providing a great example is pretty cool. Having that support system.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah. Cool.
So cool. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap up. Unless you got anything else you want to say.
No, that's it. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah,
I mean,
thank you for coming on.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad you reached out, and I hope you enjoy your snacks.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for I'm going to rep it at training tonight.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm
I got some
after here.
Got some stickers there for you too if you're
heck yeah.
interested.
I'll take them.
Yeah. So thank you for coming on the podcast. Thank you for supporting. Thank you
Sure.
anybody and everybody that has supported up. I know I try to say that every episode. So.
Yeah, for sure.
My final shout outs are shout out to my friends over at UI for basically partnering or whatever you want to call it. Little sponsorships.
Yeah.
And big shout out to my team, my gym, Vital Jiu-Jitsu, Sri Suk Muay Thai, Crew Guy Brian Jones Jr. Wouldn't be the person I am sitting here without them.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for all your support.
Yep, thank you.
There we go.
All right.